There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
Wow.
Nice.
Not bad, right?
Uh-huh.
Joanna, if you're watching, thank you very much.
Thank you,
very much
Joanna.
Okay.
Or J-Vo.
That's right. Yeah.
J-Vo, right? J-Vo. We need to get J-Vo on here, although she's too cool for school, guys. She doesn't kind of. She's too cool for school. Anyway, happy Wednesday. We're a little bit later today. We've had some technical challenges. We've had some people that have decided that they wanted to turn left rather than right, that caused some traffic issues. But hey, we're here now and we're ready to go. And as you can see, unfortunately, we are a little bit low on numbers today. Raftbuilder is currently building far too many rafts to be able to join us today. So we wish him all the best and hope that things start to, I don't know, if kind of flatten out soon and that everybody's safe on their rafts. Anyway, let's make sure that Jet and Crix are well. Crix, as you're the lady of the show, how are you? Are you good?
You good? Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday, right? And who you got there with us? Who's joining us today?
I've got my guest, ladies, and gentlemen. I wanted to introduce you to Sabrina and Sabrina.
Oh, the Teenage Witch. The other one is the
Chilling
the original, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I gotcha.
I'll tell you what, you've got to get up early to beat Jet. There's not a lot he doesn't know when it comes to comics and all geek stuff, right? Fair play, man. Jet, dude, are you well?
Oh yeah, doing well. Just being stuck in traffic. That's all. It drives me mad.
Right, well, I think if anybody ever lives in Manila, or when you do live in Manila, one thing you have to accept is the traffic, right? You just have to accept it, otherwise it will drive you insane in the membrane. All right, okay, so we are going to park the planned live stream today regarding music, because we know how much Raftbuilder loves music. And instead we're going to talk, in our own personal opinion, about comic to small or big, large screen transitions, right? So there's probably a couple of comics or books that we may have read that we were really looking forward to hit the small or the large screen, and it, for one reason or another, it's worked really well, or I guess is kind of where it's going to go, is those that may not have worked as well as we were hoping, right? And there's a few that come straight to mind. So let's start. So, Crix, I know that we've been chatting through WhatsApp. Why don't you kind of go first? Where do you want to go? Are you going with good or are you going with bad?
I'm gonna go with bad first.
Go for it.
Yeah. The bad adaptation that I've recently watched will be, I'm sorry to say, it's going to be the adaptation of Sabrina. We did talk about it backstage because I didn't like the adaptation on Netflix, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, compared to the one that we had on comics, which is really dark, which is good. But I think it feels rushed if you're gonna watch throughout, and they missed the opportunity for Miranda Otto. My God, Eowyn, for Christ's sake, they could have done better to her character. Though I understand that Netflix is getting progressive with this casting and stuff, but for me, as we talked about earlier, Paul and I, we felt that Sabrina here is really self-censored, and it's really different from the one that I've been watching or I've grown up to with Melissa Joan Hart. Yeah, and this second bad one that I have will be Iron Fist. Yeah.
Oh.
Stop it. Stop watching. It's just bad.
I think I managed, no word of a lie, 20 minutes.
Oh no.
And 15 minutes were forced. It was shocking, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
can you imagine that this film has to go through different levels of approval, and they all said yes to it?
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Bad.
It was horrendous. It ruined me for about a week. I couldn't recover.
It's bad.
It was awful. Okay, Chris, what else have you got?
And well, I think the pilot episode for Wonder Woman with Adrian Palicki. I did try to see it or find it, and it's horrible. Wonder Woman wearing tights. It's just bad. And the last one that I have here is, well, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen like Jet.
Oh,
They wasted a lot of opportunities there. Yeah. I mean, Alan Moore, for Christ's sake. He could have done better. I did love From Hell, but the league was like really low.
Alan Moore is like voted one of the most important comic book writers of this generation, and it was a waste of his work, honestly. When they did the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, it wasn't even. He was upset with it the way it was done. He was really upset with it that he doesn't want to be part of it. He even asked his name to be removed in the credits, but it can't be done because he's the one who wrote it. It was based on his novels, graphic novels. So yeah, it was a letdown.
It was.
I know
Even the
spoke.
casting.
I know his. Oh, this casting was awful, so off point, right? I think we've spoken about this before on the show, but it was such a wasted opportunity. And Cricks, yeah, this has actually caused me a bit of pain and an emotional pain, right? Because when you watch something and it's awful, you just kind of forget about it, right? Or you try your best to forget about it. Unfortunately, what's happening now is it's taking me back to Iron Fist, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and just how awful. The League of Extraordinary. It was painful. Anyway.
Yeah, they wasted Sean Connery, the talent of Sean Connery there, and the
Shane West.
Yeah. So
it was awful.
The trailer the teaser was okay. It was like, oh, I'm gonna watch that. And then when you're actually watching the film, oh, that's the best bits, the one in the teaser.
Yeah. I recall watching it on VCT back then. It was like my mom has this small rental shop for pirated VCTs and DVDs, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it because it came from a comic, and Wizard is really hyping that film back then because there was a rumor mill that Monica believed she will be Mina Harker, but they didn't get her. So I did watch it. I was like, oh my god, it was like really boring. But that's it.
It was. They just ruined it, right? They ruined it. And also, I know this wasn't necessarily based on a comic, but I also felt that the Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman, right? The film was superb. The film was great, but I felt they were trying to cram too many villains into it, and they had an opportunity to do maybe not a universe, but certainly a series of films based on Van Helsing, right? I've not watched the Van Helsing series that's on Netflix. I need to give that a whirl, but yeah, man. Anyway, sorry, Chris, you're taking me through. I don't know if this is even worse than horror for me because it's really kind of bringing back emotions that I had hidden.
It's bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's come to you, my man.
Most disappointing. Well, I'm a Batman freak, so I love Batman. Yeah. So when the films came out, the Tim Burton ones, it was fantastic. Christopher Nolan, yeah. But when George Clooney took on the cloak guy, and then he tampered also with it. He gave his that he needs to grow up. That he has to move on. That his parents died of something violent. I mean, then you don't have Batman if you just remove those things. If he's moved on, right? Like the costume, it was poorly written. The script was poorly written, and they just banked on the star power of Clooney, and I can't even remember his name now. The Robin guy.
Chris
Chris
O'Connell
O'Donnell.
and
Yeah, Chris
Alicia
O'Donnell.
Silverstone as
Alicia
Batgirl.
Silverstone. Oh yeah, Alicia. Oh, Alicia
Uma
Silverstone.
Thurman, Arnold
Oh yeah,
Schwarzenegger.
right.
It
So
was.
it was a waste of those star power. Well, I never liked George Clooney ever since, but then he should have not taken on the
What was up with the
the
suit? What? Why was the suit was just? I didn't get it.
yeah,
Just
with the
didn't get
nipples
it.
on. It was like, there are nipples in the suit. What's the nipples for?
I don't
Dude,
get it. Yeah,
dude,
I think
dude,
it's
my,
Joel Schumacher. I
Joel
forgot.
yeah,
Schumacher.
Joel
Yeah,
Schumacher.
Schumacher.
Joel
Yeah.
Schumacher. Yep.
Dude, my wife's been out the country for 6 months. Please do not talk about nipples. It's not fair.
So
Oh.
that's a really bad film. I wasted like 2 hours of my life plus I don't know how much that I'm not gonna get back. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bad, man. It was
Uh-huh.
awful. What else you got,
Yep.
man?
oh, I'm gonna stick with DC Catwoman,
Halle
Oh.
Berry.
Halle Berry. I have
Oh
a
my
huge
God.
crush on Halle
Bad.
Berry.
There were some awful up there when you sort of like when you lift the
Bad.
hood. You go, oh yeah, there's that. Oh, it's horrible. Carry on, mate.
The CGI was bad. I think they just rushed the entire film that just to get it out because there was a huge hype on the hype train on after uh Michelle Pfeiffer portrayed Catwoman, that there's a clamor for a Catwoman movie, and the comic sales was also doing well at that time. So I think Warner Brothers wanted to ride that hype and put out a Catwoman movie, which was really bad because one, it was rushed. It wasn't the right writers that were there. I don't think they even uh, I know they did, but I think they never really consulted or took on the suggestions of the comic book writers. And they just made it too Hollywood, and that formula, of banking on the schizophrenic Catwoman, that Selina's different, the handwriting, the signature, that the other one is wild. So no, it wasn't. It didn't stay true to the character of Catwoman in Selina, and they could have evolved into the Batman universe. Now probably very good at tying it up in the wedding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, they failed it. Yeah, they dropped the ball there.
They're
They
writing
didn't.
after Halle Berry's popularity back then. I think
Mhm.
that was Die After Die Another Day, and then they released
Mhm.
that one. They could
Yep.
have made her something like Eartha Kitt. I mean, Eartha Kitt
Mhm.
was really amazing as Catwoman, and Julie Newmar, but it's a really missed opportunity.
Yeah, it's a very shallow character. The transition from Selena to Catwoman, it's very shallow. It wasn't unlike the way Michelle Pfeiffer portrayed it in Batman, in Tim Burton's Batman. Remember when Hello There, the neon light in her
Yeah,
room,
the hell
Hello
there.
There, and then when he turned to Catwoman, he just smashed some letters and it turned out Hell Here,
Yeah.
right? So that wasn't they failed there in the Halle Berry Catwoman. It's again, it's another waste of talent. They all all the funds of the movie went to the salary of the star, and they cut corners on the budget of everything
Mhm.
else.
It's bad.
The CGI was bad.
It's recognised, isn't it, as one of the worst movies. Maybe not number one, but certainly one of the worst movies ever done or ever created, whatever the correct
Yeah.
terminology is. It won. This is the wrong thing, right? But it won a shed load of, what do they call it? The opposite to Oscars. Is it the Razzies?
Razzies.
Oh yeah,
Razzies.
yeah,
Razzies,
Razzies. Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It
Razzies.
won it shed load for that. So to be fair, Halle Berry did well to resurrect a career after such a crap film, right?
Mhm.
It's awful. awful. I love Halle Berry, but that
Oh, I
film
love
was
Halle Berry. Yeah. Mhm.
it's just horrible. All right, Jack. What else you got, mate?
Oh, what else do I have? Jeez, now that I'm going to switch because Crix mentioned TV series. I'm going to go with TV
Okay,
series.
go for
Uh,
it.
it started off well. It stayed true to the book. It's a book. It's a
I think I know
but
that one.
and it flat out died at the end, which is a Game of Thrones. I
Yeah,
was so disappointed. I
same.
was hoping that when the series ended that I'll be able to rewatch it and enjoy it once more. Look for clues, Easter eggs, and all. But after that last two episodes, last two seasons, I was like,
Scrap.
scrap. There was so much build up on Jon Snow and the Night King going toe to toe, sword fight and all. Uh,
Arya, the
eh,
faces.
and all of a sudden, it was just he just died there with that dagger in his heart. It wasn't that
Yeah,
didn't even cause a threat.
yeah.
I remember this conversation with Epi Raftbuilder, who's
Uh-huh.
unable to join us there. I remember we were out somewhere on a Sunday night, and he was having a beer, and he went, "Paul, Game of Thrones. You can tell the moment in the series when Hollywood took over. You can tell. You can just see exactly when it happens, right? And watch it back, and 100% agree. 100% agree. It's such for me as well. I think it's very poor writing towards the end to do that, right? It was just like it's very straightforward.
Mm.
Everyone's expecting this big revelation, and it's shows she's gone a little bit mad. Really?
D&D.
That's how you're going to end it, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna that's cool.
Yeah, and there was a rumor they compressed it into a shorter season because of they were being tapped to write the next Star Wars film.
You're the D&D.
Uh,
Yeah, but it didn't pan out. It didn't push through. So I think they
There's a.
just
It was
they
leaked.
yeah, it was leaked that they were
Yeah, on
already
Reddit.
on
Yeah.
Reddit. Yeah, they were already there, but the negotiations didn't go through. They wanted to end the series quickly. That's why it was cut short. The episodes were cut short. It should have been longer because they were already focusing on Star Wars.
So, Crix, one of your friends chimed in, and I've got to agree with this, and I've forgotten about this. So Marv has come up, and it's a great comment actually. He says, "I heard from some friends that the first Punisher film, 2004, God, he ages me, Marv, was so bad. The pilot with the plot was just as bad."
Yes.
Thomas Jane. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think that was the time
Thomas
that Marvel was just selling all the rights to comic book characters. They were like, okay, I'm going to sell Hulk to Universal, Spider-Man to Sony. And it was all went, blah. It's just so, even Elektra was bad. The one with Jennifer Garner. Yeah.
Oh, so wait, hang on. That's a different. I'd forgotten about this. And then you've got Elektra, and then you've got Daredevil.
Daredevil,
right, with,
yeah. Daredevil with Colin Farrell, as
Ben Affleck.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
Benefit now as he is, right? Anyway, sorry. Oh, there's just so many. There's too many. Anyway, Jay Vol's coming up with some comments here, guys. I've not seen the new one. The Wonder Woman 84. She says that she didn't enjoy that, but loved the first one. I've not seen it, so I can't comment about that. Has anybody seen? You guys seen WW84?
Hated it.
I will be honest with you. I started it. I didn't finish it.
Same. Pedro Pascal was really. I mean, the meme there was like really correct. Yeah, it could be better.
Yeah, it was so bad that I was cringing. That's like no.
And I know you well enough to know that it takes a lot to make you cringe because you support Arsenal. So
the pain that I've been through, and then not sit through a film with Gal Gadot.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
it's that bad.
I know, you're right, you're right. And then, so this is another one from J Vol. So this is going back, not that one, sorry, this one. There. J Vol says, so this is going back to Game of Thrones. We had a trivia night at work. So J Vol by trade is a bartender, and everyone watched with drinks in their hand, and everybody was disappointed. Yeah, you're
Same
picking up
feeling.
the theme there. Yeah, you're picking up the theme there. I've got a lot of comments coming through, so I'll try and get through them. However, J Vol is on fire. Green Lanterns.
Oh my god. That's why Ryan Reynolds killed that on the end credit of Deadpool. It was like, "Thank you, Canada," or "You're welcome, Canada." It was like the
I know.
best. Good thing he met his wife there, though.
I've got to be careful because he owns the company I work for. So Ryan Reynolds, I love you very much. I love you very much indeed. I'm not going to be drawn. I'm not going to be drawn on my thoughts about Green Lantern, but yeah.
But he did admit it. It was bad.
Yeah, it was recorded.
I think as well, that was one of his driving forces to do Deadpool, right? To rectify Green Lantern, and also to rectify the portrayal of Deadpool that he'd got in the X-Men film, right? That it just really didn't go into enough detail with Deadpool. Oh man, we've got to do another one of these. Another one of these.
Did you know that
not the good stuff, the bad stuff.
The bad stuff.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Go on, Jet. Sorry, mate.
Did you know that the director of Taikiki was in Green Lantern?
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Really?
Yeah.
He was. He was the one who gave the ring to Ryan Reynolds.
Whoa!
He's the alien.
Mind blown. I just remembered him from Jojo Rabbit. It was like, oh, really?
Jojo Rabbit is a great film. Jojo
film. Rabbit, it's a great film.
It's a brilliant film. So Marv is very active in the comments. Chris, one more from you. What's he put here? This one is Anna. You guys remember the first Dragon Ball film?
Oh yeah.
No, it's bad. The Justin Chatwin one. Oh my god. It's bad.
There's always something wrong when Japanese animation is being done by Hollywood. There's always something bound to go wrong.
Yeah. And they used, the actor who played Spike on Buffy. He's like the Piccolo there. I was like, oh my god, really?
Or if in the comic book world, if it's written by a Brit, Englishman, and then it is being transferred or done into film by Hollywood, it's not gonna go well because the dry sense of humor, they don't get it, and they go over the top with the film. It's like, what, you're treating us like we're stupid here.
So there's a story there. So you guys remember the film? And this was a great film. There's a film called The Madness of King George. Have you guys heard of that film?
No, not yet.
No. So this is just kind of give you an indication of how old I am. So this is going back probably about 15 or 20 years, right? So research it. The Madness of King George. It's based on a true story of one of the kings of England, right? Many years ago. Mm-hmm. Not when the film came out. The film came out last century, but in terms of kind of when the film's based, it's many centuries ago. It was called, the initial title was The Madness of King George the Fourth. All right, because he was the fourth King George of England. I can't believe I'm going to say this. They had to change the title for the US audience because they asked, where are the previous 3 films?
Oh my god, stupid. Sorry. Really? For sure? They did that?
Oh man. Oh
my. It's like Harry Potter from Philosopher's Stone to Sorcerer's Stone. I don't get it.
Anyway, listen, we're not here to pass judgment.
Yeah.
We're just sharing what our opinions are. But yeah, that's a story I heard. Imagine that. Anyway, Marv's is back on. Marv's is saying it's so bad it doesn't even belong to list of bad films. Is it, Marv's? You, answer in the chat, mate. Is it that bad that it's good, or is it just bad? It's bad. And please don't swear. It's a family show. That's why I couldn't post your other comment about Colin Farrell. But everybody agrees. Everybody agrees with your comment about Colin Farrell. But yeah, thanks, Marv. J-Vol, again, very active, saying no to manga for anime. No for manga and anime to live action.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, agreed.
But Rurouni Kenshin did well.
But that's for Japanese. I mean, they still hire Japanese actors and Japanese.
Yeah.
Japanese. Yeah. But if it's gonna be Americanized, it's like really
I
bad. Yeah.
I agree.
So Jet, before I ask you to close your section out, I've got a comment over Sabrina, and it kind of links into the Karate Kid. I know there's Cobra Kai that's currently on Netflix, and then there was a remake with Jackie Chan of Karate Kid. But have you guys ever seen the original Karate Kid?
Yes.
The original film? Yeah.
Yes.
Rick,
Wax in,
have you
wax
seen the
out.
original film?
Yeah.
The one with Ralph Macchio. Yeah.
Ralph Macchio, Mr. Miyagi and all that, right? So it links into Sabrina. In my opinion, Sabrina in the live-action Netflix series is the villain of the piece. Same as Daniel is the villain in Karate Kid, right? If you go back and watch that, and you watch it as from a neutral standpoint, you go, he's a jerk. He is a class jerk, right? And then you watch Cobra Kai, which is possibly the best show on Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? It's just for people of a certain age. But then you see it then, I forgot, Johnny Russo, from Johnny Russo's perspective, where you actually go, yeah, Daniel, you're a jerk. So yeah, well, that's all going.
Totally agree with the passion.
Right. That's another conversation that Epi, Barry, and I've had over a beer about who are the real villains of the beast. Anyway, Jet, what else you got for us, mate? Throw us one more.
Oh, jeez. There's so many that let me. Well, the Val Kilmer Batman.
Oh, dude, you're killing me. You're killing
The Val Kilmer Batman.
Oh, man. I did love that.
Awful.
Nicole Kidman was good with it.
Well, yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey was good there.
Yeah.
Also, Two-Face.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. Did you know that those guys, they hated each other backstage? They hated each other off screen. I think Tommy Lee couldn't take to Jim Carrey to because Jim Carrey just wasn't taking anything seriously. He was just like, he was just being a bit of a, he was just being Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me show you mine. I'll throw mine at you. Mine aren't half as detailed as yours, but I'll just kind of give them to you. There's a couple that stick with me. Constantine, not the film, because I loved Keanu Reeves in the film.
I love the film.
Yeah, the film was good. The film was good.
The film was good, and there's rumors that there's going to be a second one coming out, right? Which is great. But the TV series with so it's on. I think it's on Fox, right? And then the same actor that plays Constantine, he turns up in DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Now I should know his name because he's a Welsh actor, and also, Jet, I think he's an Arsenal fan. I might be wrong there. And his first name is Matt, and I can't remember what his surname is. Anyway, he is a supremely talented actor, right? If you have a look at his Instagram posts, he's done National Theatre. He's an extremely well-respected actor. So this guy knows his stuff, right? He knows what he's doing. Constantine TV show on Fox, man. And I was really excited about it, and I was.
Is he also the voice in the animated series? Is it Matt Reeves? I think.
Yes, yeah, that's it. He's the animated. He's the voice as well. Yeah, I was because I think Constantine is a character and a concept, and I know that then links back into Lucifer because it's part of the Sand. He appears in the Sandman comics as well, right? There's a lot of I just thought there was a lot of material there, and it may get better. I don't know, but I've maybe watched 2 or 3 episodes and just went, this isn't for me. So yeah, I had more. Do you know what? I'd forgotten to write them down, and my mind's gone blank. But they were some awful films. I really enjoyed the book, and I went, "Oh my God, you've killed it! You've killed it for me." Damn, it's gone. Anyway, okay. Well, we've done 30 minutes, guys, on what I thought was only going to be a 10-minute discussion. So I think we've done well. So hopefully next week, Raftbuilder will be able to join us, and we're going to talk about music. But if he can't join us, Crix, can you just, because I think, Jet, you chose today's topic, right? So, Crix, if you can maybe choose a topic that the 3 of us can discuss next week, then that would be great.
Well, we're gonna discuss about the best comic book in case that Epi is not here, because I think the bands or the top 5 bands will be perfect if they will be on attendance. Okay. Even Barry, yeah, you can join him. But in case that we don't have those guys, I think we can go for the best adaptation.
Oh,
yeah.
The best adaptation.
Yes, the best ones. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, guys. So for our audience members out there, please let us know. So next week on Geekish Khan Live, that's at 6 p.m. across all our social media platforms, we're going to be discussing the best, I'll say that again, the best comic adaptations to either hit. Are we going small and big screen, or just one or the other? Both screens?
Both screens. Yeah.
Okay. Both screens. All right. So there you go, guys. So please get in touch. Let us know what your thoughts are. Reach out to us. We're across all our social media platforms. JVol, hashtag JVol. Thank you so much for the support. And Marv's, man. Marv, you feel like you're an honorary member of Geekish Khan, and I hope in the next, couple of weeks or month or so we can get you on and we can see what you look like, and then you can provide us with a topic too in terms of what we want to discuss. So that would be great. All right.
That would be great.
Guys, wouldn't it? That would be great. So guys, if you ever want to come on, you've got a topic to discuss, regardless of what it is, don't make it too offensive. We are a family show, right? But if there is something that you want to discuss that kind of lives in the geekish world, then please let us know, and we'd love to have you on. Thank you so much for your support. Oh, hang on, before we go, we've got a comment. There we go, Marvs. Look at that. Love what you do, guys. Marvs, thank you so much. Please spread the word of Geekish Khan. We're here to just bring a little bit of joy to everybody's life. Because we know things are tough right now. So if we can make people smile, then I think we've done a good job. And Jet, this one's for you. She hasn't forgotten about you. DM. She's back in town, mate. Nice topic.
Hi, DM.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So next week, we are either going to do, if the Raftbuilder's here, we will do bands. If not, 5 best. Is it 5 or just as many as we can think
just
of?
Just as many as we can say.
Yeah. Okay,
it's gonna be a lot.
It's gonna be a lot, right? It's gonna be a lot. And there's Javon laughing away. Perfect. All right, guys. Listen. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you so much. This is one of the highlights of my week. I really appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Marks. Thanks, Mike.